I think the Democrats continue on almost all of the issues to underestimate how much conservative media, whether it's Fox News or Rush Limbaugh or all those things, and how much they influence the rest of the media to influence Americans. I think they're grossly underestimating their influence. I mean, it spreads like that. Disinformation, misinformation that's done on purpose spreads like a virus throughout the country. And you got to stop the virus. You got to have an antivirus. And they don't have one. And the reality is they do have one, but they're just not using it. The bully pulpit has enormous power. If Obama comes out and says something, not just once in passing, but makes a point of saying something, once, twice, three times, believe me, every major paper and media organization in the country will cover it. If he says, look, I'm going to insist on this. Okay, you're getting this wrong. Either the papers are getting this wrong, or the polls are wrong, or the American people fundamentally misunderstand this, and I'm going to correct it, okay? They will cover the living hell out of that. You've got that weapon in your back pocket. You need to use it a hell of a lot more than you do. Because if you don't, you wind up losing these information battles when, based on total lies. But look, sometimes it's so brazen that the mainstream media catches on to it. Remember yesterday we did the big thing about Bill O'Reilly's lie on, nobody on Fox has ever said that you'd go to jail if you didn't pay your fine. And of course there's a provision in the bill that says you absolutely positively will never go to jail, even if you don't pay your fine over this, right? There's a provision in the bill that specifically says that, right? So when Coburn said to him, hey, people hear it on Fox News, he said, no, it never happens. And then we showed you yesterday, 4 clips of Beck, Napolitano, Hannity, their guests, and Bill O'Reilly all saying you'll go to prison. Time Magazine, great article. That's 2 for 2 on Time Magazine. Two days in a row where they've had really nice articles. Again, fairly courageously pointing out, I love that this is courageous when you quote them and point out things that are obviously true. But in the mainstream media, that is courageous. So they say, yeah, look, here's what O'Reilly said, and then here appears to be overwhelming evidence to the contrary. And they even found a couple of quotes that we didn't have. So at least half a dozen times that different programs on Fox News went and said, oh, yeah, they're going to put you in jail if you don't pay your fine. Oh, it's a mandate, and if you don't pay it, that's it, you're going to jail. So, but that's what you got to do. You got to fight back. And, by the way, the people who led that fight, funny enough, wasn't Obama, wasn't the Democrats. It was Tom Coburn, the Republican from Oklahoma. Look, Coburn didn't go and find the clips we did and other people did, right? But at least Coburn was willing to challenge him on it.